Well, foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles for their education and knowledge. And the Wadi Bashim Yahshua for putting the spirit of the elders and apostles so we become edified regarding this truth and knowledge, learn this truth and knowledge. And call all Yah Bashim Yahshua, Bashim, Rakakadash, give all praise Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, Rakakadash. I'm going to read some verses relating to trials, tribulations. 1 Peter 5 and 10. But the God of all grace, who have called us into his eternal glory by Yahweh HaMashiach, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, and settle you. So he called us in here, man. Make us perfect. So we have to go through these adversities, go through that the hardship, you know. James 1 and 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him, man. So the temptations, the trials and temptations, endure to the end, man. Go to Revelations 2 and 10, 3 and 10. You shall be tried. Tried is tested, man. Part of that tested is going through these trials and tribulations, man. Thou should be put into prisons and be tried 10 days, for example. That's a number. It could be, hypothetically number or more, less. But the point is tried. So tried, you're going to be tested. You're going to be tried through the trials and tribulations. You go through the adversities, man. So endure means to suffer. And to, while enduring, have patience, man. 12 and 12, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continue instant in prayer. Scripture talks about constantly in prayer, man. Prayer without ceasing, man. I believe that's 1 Thessalonians 5 and 22, 21, 22 verse, around that area. So that hope, which is that faith, belief, patience to endure and suffer through the trials and tribulations, man. And constant prayer, man. Pray without ceasing. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as in common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. So you're going to go through temptations, but it's not going to be beyond your strength, man. But will with temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So it's not gonna be above your strength, and it's gonna be where you're gonna be able to bear it. Bear it goes to what? Suffer, endure, have patience, and even or make a way for you to escape that situation, man. John 16 and 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation. In this world we're going to have tribulation, man. We're going to go through it, man. We'll go through the adversities, man. Especially from a spiritual aspect. But be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. So Yahushua has overcome the world. So we have to bear, in a matter of speaking, bear our cross, man. Deal with our burdens, man. Individually, collectively, to the best of our abilities, man, because he had to bear, Yahushua had to bear the cross for us, man, a cross that no one could ever bear, man. That's why that we could be able to come back through him back to the Father, man. Exodus 14 and 14, the Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace, man. So the Lord's going to hold our peace, so be patient, have control. Ultimately, wait until I take deed to thy prey, into the prey. Philippians 4, 6 and 7. Be careful for nothing, but in everything, in prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your request is to be made known through prayer, man. Pray without ceasing. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto Yahweh by prayer, and the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Hamashiach, hearts and minds. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, your mind, and lean not to thy own understanding. So lean not to thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him. Acknowledge Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua, and he shall direct thy path. Be not wise in thy own eyes, which is their wisdom, but fear the Lord, and depart from what? Evil. Romans 5 and 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulation. Also know if that tribulation worketh patience. Patience is that suffering, man. So we have to embrace relating to the tribulation, man. It's not always an easy thing, and it doesn't always feel good, man. Psalms 23 and 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death. What's the shadow of death? Pretty much captivity, where we in now. I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua. That's that comfort, that rod. The rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And that's ultimately Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua, man. Romans 8 and 18, for I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. And the glory is going to be revealed related to the next kingdom, man. So this time is a light, what they say, a light or a little tribulation, man. Cast not away, therefore, your confidence, which have great recompense of reward. Your confidence, the faith, the belief, the strength. James 1 and 2. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into different temptations, man. And Ecclesiasticus talk about my son when thou prepare to serve the Lord, prepare thy for temptations, man. So those temptations are the trials and tribulations, man. That's in Ecclesiastes 2 chapter. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into different temptations. So you're going to fall into different trials and tribulations, man. You're going to deal with certain things, man. Deal with the elements of opposition, man. Person, place, and things. I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengthen me. Through the Lord, Yahweh Yahushai. Romans 8 and 28, and we know that all things work together for the good to them that love Yahweh, to them who are called according to his purpose. So they work to our benefit, man, who are called according to his purpose, man. The purpose is in the will, we're doing it in the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua, man. Let me see, Psalms 34 and 17. A righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such of a contrite spirit. So a broken heart, contrite spirit, pretty much being very humble, very lowly, man. Matthew 19:26, but Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. So through the Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua, all things are possible, but through man it's not, man. 2 Corinthians 12 and 9, and he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness, man. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities. Those infirmities are the weaknesses, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me. go to Sirach 2. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So serving the Lord, you got to prepare for dealing with the elements of opposition, which is the trials and tribulations. Set thy heart aright, which is mine, constantly endure. Endure means patience, having patience, suffering, man. Tolerance, man. And make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end, man. So endure, man. Tolerate. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Because through that trials and tribulations, you're going to be brought down low, man. You're going to be humbled, man. Be in a lower state, deal with different trials and tribulations, man. And pretty much having a certain disposition and even conduct in dealing with that stuff. So that's a work in progress for everybody, man, to try to achieve individually and as well as collectively. For gold is tried in the fire, acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, man. So they're going through that trials and tribulations, pretty much getting out those impurities, man. Impurities, what? The scum, the sin, the flaws, the hang-ups, and different things, man. Scripture talk about 2/3 part will be cut off and 1/3 part will be left in. The 1/3 part will go into the furnace and fire adversity. So that's that spiritual and physical fires, man, to get those impurities out, to make them pure as that gold, man. Believe in him, and he will help thee order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercies. Go not aside lest ye fall. So go not aside. So pretty much enduring. We got to endure and tolerate and try to the best of our abilities, continue on that straight path relating to Matthew 7:13-14. The straight gate, man. That's the path of difficulty, man. The path and the position of difficulty, man. There's a lot of obstacles you have to deal with, man. A lot of opposition, man. So you're going through the elements, man. Ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. Your reward is ultimately everlasting life, man. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old, see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Did any abide in his fear was forsaken, man? Or whom did ever he despise that called upon him? So, really, the Hebrews, pretty much the heroes of faith, man. Our ancestors, man. So they trusted, and they got through their situation, you know what I mean? And they were not forsaken, they were not despised, and they went through the trials and tribulations, and the Lord, see them through, man. For the Lord is full of compassion, mercy, long-suffering, very pitiful, and forgiving sins. And in the time of affliction, woe to the fearful hearts, minds, the faint hands, and the sinner that go two ways. Pretty much being double-minded. A double-minded man is unstable in his ways, man. That's in James chapter. Woe unto you that have lost patience. So patience, losing that patience is pretty much not enduring or tolerating or suffering. Because suffer, enduring, patience, man. Because scripture talk about this race is a marathon, man. It's not a sprint. It's a race to the swift and not to the strong, but the ones who can endure to the end, man. So it's a race that you have to pace yourself, man. Otherwise, you'll burn yourself out, man, in a matter of speaking. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? And how they lost patience. Some might fall out for different variety of reasons, or just give up, man. So it's a warning. It's pretty much what he's saying to those that did those things, man. And so what's going to happen when the Lord shall visit you, man? You know. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. His ways is what? Doing is what he says. Obedience is better than sacrifice, man. The scripture says. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts, their minds, and humble their souls in his sight, man. So they're going to humble themselves, prepare their minds. Scripture talk about up here. My son, when thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So you got to prepare for the elements that are going to oppose you, man. Saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. So woe unto you have lost patience, man. So we all want to endure to the best of our abilities, have that patience, endure, and suffer what we have to deal with, man. And give up, and Lord willing, the Lord gives us the strength to be able to do that, man. Let's go to Revelations 2 and 10. It's a quick lesson. Hope it helps. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Scripture talk about fear not the one who can kill the body, but fear the one who can kill the body and soul both in hell, man. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you in prison. That's that trial and tribulation. That's going to happen, man. Some are going to be cast into prison. Some are going to be persecuted in the prison. Some are going to go through different trials and tribulations in the prison. That ye may be tried. Tried is tested, man. Part of that, that trial and tribulations being tested, man. That could be the hour of temptation, man. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So ultimate reward would be what? That crown, man. 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept my word of my patience. Key word is patience. Patience. Patience what? Tolerate, suffer, endure, man. I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. So all the world is going to experience that hour of temptation. They're going to experience the trial, the curses of all and trials and tribulations. All the world. No one is exempt from that, man. Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth, to try them. So they're going to be tested, man. Because that's part of the trial and tribulation. That's part of the hour of temptation. That's part of the adversities, the opposition, the elements of surprises, man. Everybody's going to go through different scenarios, man. Situations, man. This is the Lord's movie, man. We just robots in this movie, man. Playing our parts, man. Some get good parts, some get bad parts. But the point is, we're in one big movie, man. This is something short. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yoshua Bashim Rakakadash, this brother Zayab, which means wolf. I hope it helps in some way. Shalom. Thanks.